What's up, fam? So, so as you've seen for the title of today's video is what is my purpose? No, what is your purpose? Because honestly speaking, a lot of us go through this thing called life without even knowing what our purpose is, without having to know what our purpose is. And unfortunately, a lot of people pass away without even know what that, like without even them knowing what their purpose is. You get, and it's really sad, to be honest. It's really sad because honestly speaking, each and everybody has that deep feeling inside of them, like inside, like you know that you're destined for more. You know that you're destined for greater things, but a lot of people tend to shy away from that and tend to try to avoid that because they're afraid to pursue that, and it's okay. It's okay. Like, I totally understand. It's okay because not everybody's gonna be perfect, but you can't really be living a life without any purpose, just for the sake of living, because each and everybody has a purpose on this, like on this earth. God brought you on this earth for a purpose. You get. So yeah, like you just got to know what your purpose is, and you might be asking yourself like, how is it like I can know my purpose, right? That's the question like a lot of people ask themselves. But the thing that I can tell you is just ask God about it. That's the only way. Ask God about it. Ask Him what my purpose is. Like, what is my purpose, God? Because you can't really go through this thing, life, without Him by your side. Like, no, without you knowing what your purpose is. And the only way you can be able to find that is asking Him. You also being honest with yourself, and you also like actually analyzing your life and see what is like what it is. What is it? I mean, what is it that will bring purpose in my life? You get? So let me give you a quick story, right? Let me give you a quick story. So I always know, like I always talk about these things like partying and all of that. Like it might be tiring sometimes, like me talking about all of these things, but it's something like it's really a serious issue without a lot of people like realizing it, because it really brings a lot of distraction without realization, right? So okay, let me explain this to you, like quick story. So few years ago, I was 16, right? So my friends were always going out, like partying, drinking, and all of these things. So I would always want to go out with them. Also have to experience that. And I I was able to a point, because there were sometimes a lot in like a tower on. I would like run away here from my house and just go to events, right? But not a lot of events, but there and there, you get to have that experience. Because sorry, because I didn't want to be left out. I didn't want to be left out, and I didn't want to be seen as a weirdo in a way, as I'm lame in a way. So yeah, I would always like I started to also go out, and I know like my parents are gonna see this, but yeah, mom, pop, if you live it, hola. But yeah, you know, so I would also go out, drink, be drunk sometimes, and all of these things. And there was a point in which I also tried weed. And I was always high sometimes, always drunk sometimes. And there was this one time I went out, like my friend called me like, hey boy, come over. I got, like, we used to call them greens. I got them greens, boy. So come over, let's hit some. Then I went to him, then we hit that. Then I came back. Yeah. And I came back, I was high, like wait till I get a high getting like sky high, like bruh. Hey, I was high. Okay. And I just laid down on my bed. I just laid down on my bed. And that was a moment in which like God actually spoke to me again. Spoke to me again because I was starting to deviate from him. I was starting to deviate from him, to become distant from him, no longer like reading my Bible, no longer going to church, no longer communicating with him and all of that. So I heard a voice and it said, what is it that you're doing? Like, why are you doing this? Why have you forsaken me? Why have you left me? Why? And what purpose is it? Like, what is it that you're trying to gain from doing all of these things? And like I heard, like, it was, I wouldn't say like it was that audible, that voice in it, but I heard it like it was like inside of my heart, you get, and it was like, you are hurting me, you know. So I was like, damn. So that's when like I came to the reality of that, you know. So I just like sat down because I was laying down on my bed, right? Laying down on my bed. So Kayamela stood up, like literally like on my own 2 feet, stood up. Then I actually thought about everything. So I was like, P, like, why are you doing this actually? Why? No, why? Because it didn't bring anything to me. Like me doing all of those things, like it didn't bring anything to me, you know? And it was basically bringing destruction to my life. And I wasn't actually realizing it. It was fun for the moment, but when you get home or when you're alone with yourself, like you're gonna have that guilt, that regret, you get. So that day I just was honest with myself. I was like, I'm gonna stop this. I'm no longer gonna do this. No, I need to live for God and I need to pursue my purpose. And that day, that's when I actually knew what my purpose is. And that's how, you know, being honest with yourself. Being honest with yourself, like Joe, not honesty with yourself. Because it doesn't really help you lying to yourself, telling yourself like, like, at least if I can stop maybe like 2 weeks, then I come back 2 weeks, but like you're not gonna have any progress, you get. You're not gonna get any progress from that. So that's how like I actually came to know what my purpose is, you know, and that's how you can also like know what your purpose is, like being honest with yourself, sitting down, reflecting, writing down, because like a person's purpose comes in a weird way, you get. Because a lot of people, like, like, you won't even know. Maybe somebody might be a pastor, a prophet, somebody is supposed to help the poor, somebody's, you know, that's the purpose that, like, God bestowed on most people. You might be able to deliver people through music, through speech, like, you know, and all of that, you know, speaking. Because you never really know. And at first, a purpose like is something weird, dog. Because you know, you're not gonna want to do it. You're gonna be like, what, me? Nah, no, never. You know, you're gonna be shy to do it. You're gonna be like be in this bubble and be like be afraid to do certain things. You get, but that's how you just have to. You get, like you just have to. You just have to find, because a life without any purpose is a life without being worth living for. You get, without being like it's not worth living for. So yeah, and so that's basically it. Like I just wanted to share that with you guys. Know what your purpose is, because once you know your purpose, you're gonna be able to grow in that certain area, right? You're gonna be able to grow in a certain area, and with growth, I mean, comes progress, and with progress comes, like what you're gonna be able to realize like a lot of things when you starting to become productive. You're going to start realizing, oh, wow, I didn't know like I had this potential in me. You get it's going to make you realize a lot of things about yourself. You get so yeah. Really hope you enjoyed the video. As always, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next video. And as always, stay blessed and love you. Ciao.